GYMDAD Fitness. Today we have the weigh-in and taste test for Stim. Stim by Nemesis Nutrition. These guys bursted on the scene. I believe it was into last week, maybe, was their drop. Yeah, I believe so. Because I think the drop happened when we were in the hospital for our newborn baby. So the birth of Nemesis and the birth of our baby Evelyn came on the same weekend here. But anyway, Stim, we have two flavors here. Actually, I got a little special for you. You're gonna get both flavor reviews here. And flavor, I mean, we all say, "Oh, fucking flavor doesn't matter," but like I feel like it's like this big, like macho, stim junkie attitude. But at the end of the day, like we all secretly love a good tasting pre-workout. Like, yeah, it's not a deal breaker if it hits. Like an IR8, that IR8 product. That's a perfect example where it tastes like absolute dog shit, but it hits, and it hits so damn nicely that we put up with it. But if like something's like so in the effects, but it tastes like shit, it's like, why? The odds are we're not going to pull for that, because we're going to get down. We're going to be indifferent between two products. And we're going to choose the one that's tastier. So flavor does actually matter a shit ton. So I don't want to hear, I'm tired of all. It's like this. The people are just afraid to admit that they do care about flavor. I'm sure. TJ Fitness Steals News. I love TJ, but he's kind of got the mantra of just like the flavors are just flavors, and but I guarantee you he loves a delicious pre-workout. We all do. And so it does matter in this industry of tough competition. And we have one scoop is 20.8, but listen here. I'm going to get you the weigh-in for a scoop just to show you if it's accurate or not. I got my scale right here. You just got to like trust me. Actually, I'm going to take a photo and then put it on the screen for you guys. I got my other work phone here. And I just want to we're going to do half of each flavor just to get you both flavor tests. But one level scoop comes in at, when I pounded that thing in real good, it came to 20.3. So these guys are on it. They're on it. I always make sure the double do it, because like to me, like weighing it out real quick and it's off by a couple grams is no big deal. But these guys put their heart and soul into this product, and so I want to do it twice, even though it might take an extra 30 seconds. But anyway, we are going to do first up. We'll do the cherry one. And so what I'm going to do is get it on the scale, zero that thing out, and then try to get me about 20 grams of it. And I just got a little bit of light thing of water here. Not 20. I meant to say 10 grams of it. So the serving's 20.8, so we'll get like 11 and 11. And this first one up is a cherry bomb. This is the one that kind of struck my fancy. I'm a huge fan of cherry flavored stuff. Cherry and grape are my two favorites. And damn, that's good. Kind of a little tart aftertaste. That's awesome, though. I kind of like the tart aftertaste. It reminds me of, I don't know if anyone else was a Target kid. I remember my mom freaking loved Target, and we'd go there all the time and get like the white cherry ices. That's what it reminds me of. That's what I was hoping for, because that's like my ideal flavor. That white cherry with a little panda bear dude on it, icy flavoring. And then let's do you got my little sack right here of Stim, Psycho Pop. So like a bomb pop one. And we'll do 10 grams of this too. Zero that out. Like I said, Rocket Pop's the other flavor on this one. It's freaking awesome. I think I watched Justin, my friend's review. Check him out at JR on YouTube. But he talked about it being like a melted down bomb pop. And yeah, it's right on. This one's very sweet. It definitely, if you like a little tartness to it, go with the white cherry. If you like the white cherry, you like cherry flavored stuff, and you like a little tartness, go with the white cherry. But I don't know, man. This bomb pop's pretty freaking awesome. Like, you can't go wrong with either. I'm going white cherry because it's got that nostalgic feel for me. But honestly, like, I don't know. This bomb pop's got me thinking twice. But anyway, let's get to the label breakdown and effects. All right, we're just gonna do the label breakdown while I'm here in the car, real quick, of the Stim pre here. Just because I'm just chilling, waiting for the pre to kick in, and that way my wife doesn't get pissed off and I'm sitting in the room of the house doing my damn review too long. But we have citrulline at 8 grams. Beta alanine comes in at 4 grams. Tyrosine 2 grams. This is a long label, so hold on with me here. Alpha GPC 600 milligrams chlorine bititrate, 500 milligrams. I guess I'm gonna just breeze through this, and I'll kind of like give you my the points that kind of struck me. DMAE 350, caffeine anhydrase 350 milligrams, Araya adrenasis 250 milligrams, theobromine 200 milligrams, caffeine malate 100 milligrams, hordenine 50 milligrams, synephrine 50 milligrams, isopheniphrine 30 milligrams, Nupept 30 milligrams, huperzine A 20 milligrams, and then BioPure for absorption. So a few things that strike me right off the bat is like, okay, so this doesn't have 2-amino or claim 1,3, anything crazy like that. So we're looking at a daily driver-esque pre, but then I'm like, wait a second, has Nupept, it has Araya. It's kind of like a borderline, like almost like a gray area daily driver. You know, it's like it's a badass daily driver. That's what I would say. Like this is a driver. This is a daily driver with like fucking attitude. Because like Nupept and Araya, you know, they're both kind of on that like borderline, like yeah, like I think it's called like the watch list or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't even know if you can if Nupept. I'm not sure what the rules are on Nupept, but I feel like Araya and Nupept are two of those ones that you're not going to really see too much in a GNC, if I'm correct. And vitamins, definitely, I'm definitely pretty fucking sure on Nupept, but and I think on Raya too that you're not going to see that. You're not going to stumble upon too many products with that in a GNC slash vitamin shop. And then the next thing I kind of look at is the I love that when you have something like a Raya, I love the fact they put a little long lasting caffeine with caffeine citrate or malate coming in at 100 milligrams. That way, like you have some caffeine that comes to the party along with that exotic stim at Araya. And then I also see no Alpha Yo. So this is going to be a smooth pre, which I'm really excited about. I've went on a run of Alpha Yo products, and Alpha Yo is one of those things that, like after a while you're fucking exhausted. Like you need something that's not so like bottle rocket to the sky, rush of energy. Like this is kind of reads to me like a smooth play right here. And I feel like the Araya Alpha Yo combo has been so overdone. Like I haven't had a pre in a long time with just Araya in it. Like literally just Araya. I've had some with like Araya in 2-amino, Araya in Junglin. I don't even I know about that. Like a lot of Araya 2-amino, but I feel like the Araya Alpha Yo combo is like a signature for like those borderline gray area daily driver s type pre's. And so this is really cool. I was pumped up because I'm like, okay, sweet. I'm gonna really get a good vibe on the Raya. And the beta alanine at 4 grams too. That's a 8.8 over the clinical right there. And I'm already getting fucking tingles right now. I'm feeling it in my face. This is kind of cool. I got to kind of do the label breakdown with the effects, but like I'm already getting some tingles like right in here and in here. So like this is some good shit because I do not get tingles very much. I'm pretty desensitized by beta alanine at this point in time. I need more than 3.2. And I know that the industry goes in waves. Like for a while, it was like you took beta alanine by body weight. Like there was like a chart on bodybuilder.com that would show you how much beta alanine you needed to take per day to get like the prolonged like performance benefits of it. Not even just like tingles, but I remember mine was well above 3.2. So for a while, I think I was taking like 6 grams of beta alanine or some shit like that. And so 4, I love it at 4. And man, I'm tingling my ass off right now. Energy's already kind of starting to hit in. And the Nupept, like I mentioned, I'm pumped up to like kind of feel that bubble like vibe with this product. And then all besides that, you know, you got a really nice pump aspect going on there. Just 8 grams of pure citrulline. And a little spoiler alert, I have some samples of their pump. I might throw a little bonus on the end of this review, depending on how long it goes. But I'm gonna run their pumps too, and we'll see if I get that done. If I didn't utilize it here because there's 8 freaking grams of citrulline, and so I wanted to just feel this as a standalone. So I did not stack their pump, but they have a pump product. They're working it up, and that's coming in the future. But anyway, I might throw a little bonus section on that just to give you guys a little teaser. But anyway, let's get into the effects now. The Psycho Stim. Now we gotta get to the gym now and kick some ass in there. Now time to get into the effects of PsychoStim. So we've done the weigh-in, done the label breakdown. It's been a few days. I ran this thing 3 times. And before we get going, just admire that label just for a second. I mean, it's beautiful. So damn clean. It's slipping right out of my hands. But this Psycho Stim label is just, it's something you want to like hold and have on the shelf. Um, TJ from Fitness Skills News used to bring this up all the times about the appearance of the pre. And I know if it either hits or it doesn't hit, but, and I've mentioned this many times, I feel like a broken record, but in an industry where there's such tight competition, that things like appearance, taste, and you know, just overall like feel of the product, it does matter. It's a huge difference. You know, it can make the difference between deciding between a, you know, a smooth hitter like this, and then you know, like I'm trying to think of another beautiful one that is just outstandingly, like I love the lockdown one we just reviewed, and then here's one I haven't reviewed yet, but I'm just nothing against this one, but this one right here, it's just, you know, it's kind of bland, kind of like a it's been around for a while. I've only got like 2 servings left. I just haven't really got around to review it. But you know, I'm just not picking on this guy. But you know, stuff like this, just, you know, you want to hold it in the hand, you want to have it on the shelf, and so I gotta give it to these guys for having the nice clean logo. And now that I've taken this a few times, I think I do prefer the rocket bottle, the bottle rocket flavor or rocket pop. Sour cherry is very, very tart. So if you're in the sour, definitely go with this one. Definitely more of a sour cherry than like a white cherry. I think I called it white cherry, like the slushies back in the Target days, but it's definitely more along the lines of like a very, very tart cherry. So almost too damn tart to be honest for me. Like it was good. I'm not complaining. I still like it a lot more than other flavors, but the bottle rocket, man, was just 10 out of 10, unbelievable. So if you do like tartness, this is kind of cool. But overall, now that I've kind of like covered those bases, also before, I don't want to forget, Nemesis, man, badass logo. Bet you rocking the shirt right now. Appreciate you guys sending that one. But they also sent me a couple pump samples to review. So these guys got a pump product coming as well. And I haven't tried it yet, and I didn't stack it with this because this thing is so fucking loaded. So we'll just kind of start off with that with the effects. The pumps are insane. Like the 8 gram citrulline, just beautiful, beautiful amount. And then it's like, I looked at the pump formula they sent me. And another thing I wanted to mention, I reached out to these guys and they told me they were going to had a new pre-workout, and I wanted to see if I could review it. And I was really thrilled. I asked them if I could see the label, and they sent me a thing on the damn Excel sheet. And that's why I knew we were in business. So this is some serious shit we're dealing with. There was V lookups. There was if then functions. You know, if alpha GPC, then return. You know, new pept. I honestly have no idea if there is. I don't think there was any. There's no functions, but you know what I'm saying. Like if it's on the Excel sheet, or they're not fucking around. And so I knew this was business right away. And that label, like on that Excel sheet, was a masterpiece in the making. And so enough of that kind of little background info. Let's get into the effects, because all that shit doesn't matter if this thing doesn't hit. It can be the most beautiful pre, it can be the most outrageous formula, the best tasting thing, but if it's crap, like then it doesn't matter. All that stuff goes out the window. And so overall, this pre right here, it comes in maybe like, you know, like a normal caffeine energy drink. I mentioned this would, like a lot of these daily drivers do that. Within 15 to 20 minutes, you start feeling that caffeine anhydrous, and then you also have like this you know, background noise of euphoric kind of vibe going on between the Raya and you know, all the other, like, you know, I call them GNC style nootropics. And then at about the 30 to 40 minute range, you kind of have the Araya start to kick in. And with that Araya kicking in, you also get that caffeine malate, and it just keeps building, and it creates this really in like nice smooth bubble. And it kind of has you questioning, like, did you just take a daily driver, or is this, you know, is this something else? You know, is this something different? And I'll give you a comparison of on the illicit side to what I compare it to, and then kind of how this works in. And so anyway, I ran this thing, like I said, 3 times, and every single time it was the exact same thing. This is a non-alpha yo, non-2-amino pre with some backbone. Like this thing has you training physically. Like you want to pump some iron and move some weight. I'd say the star of the show is balance for this one. Very, very well balanced. I feel like there's no one aspect that like really, really stood out. It was very solid euphoria, very solid aggression, very solid energy, very solid pumps. Like everything was just great. Like there's nothing really, like one category that fell short, and one that you know, it led the rest. There's no like situation where it's like this is straight euphoria, but everything else was lacking or something like that. Like we've seen with some of those like highstimpreworkouts.com formulas where you know, it's straight bottle rocket to the sky, but then everything else, like the pumps, the taste, like all that other shit sucks. So this thing's not like that. It's like just across the board, just like very solid. And if I had to compare it to another pre, I actually just had it up, it's in my brain. It reminds me of a Daily Driver-esque version of Lockdown. Like pumps, well balanced 2 amino. Obviously, you're going to get more of a buzz with this one, but this isn't far off. Like this is right there with it. Like for as a daily driver, this thing is about as good as you can get without adding that alpha yo. So absolutely outstanding pre. Overall, kind of how I score this one. I'll give it 8s out of 10s, like all the way down, all the way down. Maybe a 10 out of 10 on the flavoring system. Absolutely delicious. Nothing to complain about. A little tartness, but I'm not going to dock it because they tell you sour cherry. It's not like they say sweet, delicious cherry slushy or something like that. Like it literally says sour cherry, so you know what you're getting yourself into. But overall, just to sum it all up, comes in like an energy drink. Then you kind of get a buildup going. It keeps escalating, 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 and then you got this clash of euphoria with the new pep, a little bit of little bubble action going on, even without the 1-3 comboed with that Araya. And I can't remember the last time I've had an Araya pre without alpha yo. And I really enjoyed that fact that they didn't put alpha yo in it, because it's been a while. Because I feel like we've got a lot of these slappers that have Araya in it. And so I think that Araya definitely still added that sense of urgency. There's definitely still a little bit of like get up, gotta go, which we don't have in a lot of daily drivers. So if you're missing that, like, you still got that aspect of this pre. And so that's another aspect I really enjoyed about this one. And then that bubble, just like I said, it just keeps increasing. This thing has legs. Like I trained long sessions on this one with 3 runs on this. And so overall, outstanding pre, amazing. They killed it. Like it's great because daily drivers, we kind of have a sense of like, oh, they're all kind of similar. We'll just pick it up later. This one, it's unique. It's definitely unique. And the factor like that, they have a rye without the alpha yo. They have a fully loaded pump formula. They have the 2 sources of caffeine. I love the caffeine malate. It's another thing I want to add. I love caffeine malate with something like a Raya, because a Raya takes a little bit to come in, at least personally, my opinion. And so that Raya coming in later, complemented by that caffeine malate, really helps this thing like prolong and have some legs, gives this thing a little bit of backbone. And so outstanding pre. Definitely check this one out. All my favorites are carrying this place. We got highstimpreworkouts.com's carrying it. Suplocker is carrying this one. Definitely check out Suplocker. They've got a lot of cool deals going on. Dark Labs stuff offline, he's selling that at insanely good prices, but check out Suplocker as well. And then you can get it straight from Nemesis, and every single one of those sites has code GYMDAD for those ones, so I gotta plug those guys. But anyway, like and subscribe. Catch me on the next review. Psycho Stim, man, it's one you don't want to miss out on. This is a great pre, and we'll catch you guys next time.